Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we got a great one today. Question that always comes up is somebody asked if they could add a search bar to their menu. Yep, really easy to do, and it'll work on tablet and mobile too if I hit my F12 key. There it is on mobile. They can click on it, they can search. And let's have a look on an iPad perhaps. And there it is on an iPad. Let's just make it a bit bigger. And again, they can click on it to search. You've got your regular drop-down menus. I also added a little contact button. Really easy to do. So we're going to turn our basic menu from something like this into something like this. To do this today, let's go down to our dashboard. I'm going to go and undo what I've just done here. Okay, I've undone that. I'm going to go down to Divi, to the theme builder. And that's going to take us to this page. At the moment, I've just got a regular Divi default header on here, and we showed you how to style that in our Divi for Beginners series playlist. So once at the theme builder, I'm going to add a global header. Now, a global header is something that's going to turn up on every page. I'm going to hit Build Global Header. By default, it puts in a section, blue tab, and asks you to put in a row. I'm going to throw 4 columns in mine today. Obviously, adjust yours to taste. In the first one, I'm going to put my logo. I'm going to use an image module for that. Now, you can just use a menu module and throw the logo in that way. I like to do it this way in case I want to hide it on different devices, but it's entirely up to you. I'm going to undock this so it's floating. Make it a little bit smaller. And funny enough, I'm going to add my little logo. I'm sure I've got one here somewhere. There it is right there. Okay, I'm going to leave that just like that for the minute. In my next little column here, I'm going to add a menu module. And as I mentioned before, the menu module will let you add a logo if you want to combine them both there, but I get more control this way. I'm going to leave mine on main menu. Obviously, you have to have menus created before you can choose one here. And again, check out our Divi for Beginners playlist if you're not sure about that. We've got a whole video on it. Okay, again, I'm going to leave that just like it is. In our third column here, this is where I'm going to add the search bar. And they've got a nice little search bar module down here. There it is. Great. And again, I'll leave that in there. We'll style it up in a minute to look a little bit more like our logo colors. And last but not least, let's perhaps chuck a button in that goes to the contact or wherever you want to take your people. I'm going to put a button in there. Let's just say contact for the time being. Fantastic. Now, obviously, you want to link this to your contact page or your contact section, however you like to do it. Just put your link in down there. Fantastic. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I want to spread this row out so it's taking up a lot more of the space. So I'm going to make this row full width by going into the row, the green tab. I'm going to go into design and down to sizing. Here we've got width. I'm going to slide that up to 100%. I'm going to copy the 100%, Control C, and paste it down below in the max width, Control V, or you can just type it in there if you prefer. We've now got this row taking up all the available space there. While I'm in the row, I'll just throw a bit of box shadow on the bottom so you can see where it ends there. It probably ends around here, but just so you can see, I'm going to go down to box shadow, throw a bit on the bottom there. You can see where it ends right there. Great. Well, let's style this up now. I'm going to go back into my little logo module here, dark tab for a module. I'm going to go over to design. Alignment, I want it to be in the middle of the column that it's sitting in. Sizing wise, I want it to be a lot smaller. So perhaps I'm going to give it 200 pixels width, perhaps 200 px. Obviously, adjust yours to taste. That's actually going to work for me. And while we're here, I'm going to use this blue color I've got for my logo, perhaps for my text here and the button over there also. I've got a free little chrome color picker over here. I'm going to grab that color, copy it, Just save this now. We'll go into our little menu right here. Design wise, layout, I want it centered. I want it in the middle of the column that it's in again. Menu text, active link color, I'm going to leave that as it is, but I'm going to make my menu text that same color. So I'm going to hit on the add color. I'm going to paste that little blue hex code that we copied in there. And I think I'll make this perhaps semi-bold just to make it stand out a little bit more so you can see that blue color. Fantastic. Now I want to align this more with my logo, so I'm going to push it down a little bit. So let's just close out the menu text and we'll go down to spacing. Padding on the top, let's try giving it 10 pixels. Close. It is pretty close there. I want it down just a little bit more. Let's say 12. Or we can readjust this in a minute when we've got everything lined up. Great. Well, I'm going to leave that just like that. Now our little search bar. Let's go in there. You can put a placeholder in there if you want to. That's just text that's going to sit in there to tell people what to search for. If you want one, just pop one in there. That's great. Elements. If you want to show the button, you can. If you just want it to say search like that, just turn that off. And that's what it'll say. We can align that any way you want in a moment. I really like the button. And to me, that kind of negates having the placeholder. So I'm going to take that placeholder out. Just wanted to show you that you could put one in if you wanted to. In the sections, you can exclude pages. Turn this on and choose your pages. You can exclude various posts. Again, turn that on. And you can exclude whole categories if you want to. I've got no categories at the moment, so it's just showing the uncategorized there. But if you want to exclude certain things, you can do so right there. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to go over design now. If you want to, you can change the color of the placeholder. The field background color, that's that right there. I'm happy for mine to be white. Field text color, when they input their text. Again, I'm going to leave mine on the generic for that. I'm happy with it to be that dark gray. Field focus background color, it's when they click on it, it'll focus. You can change the color when they click on it. And also the focus text color. Once they click on it, you can change that also. I'm leaving mine all on the default there. I'm quite happy with that. Of course, Divi gives you a whole bunch of fantastic fonts you can use to audition one. Just roll over them. It'll give you an example of that particular font. Again, I'm leaving mine on the default. Okay. Well, let's roll down. We've done the text. We've got the button text down here. Button and border color. I'm going to make that same blue color as we had over here. It's still in my clipboard. So I'm going to click on it. And I'm just going to paste it in there. That's turned that blue. Fantastic. But the actual text itself, if we roll down, I'm going to make that white. And that works for me. Obviously, you can take it up and down in size, change your font again. I'm happy for it to be the way it is. I think I will make it rounded though. So let's roll down a little bit. In the border down here, I'm going to give it a high pixel value, say 50 pixels. That'll give it pill-shaped corners right there. And that works for me. It's pretty wide there. I want to make it slightly less wide and make sure it's in the center of the column. So let's go into sizing just up above here. Width, I'm going to put 80 in there. It should put the percentage. That makes it 80% of the available space here in the column. We'll make sure it's in the middle there. Great. Well, I'm happy with that. Let's just move on to our contact. I think it wants to come down a little bit more. So we can do that with padding. Let's go into sizing. In fact, we'll use margin on this because if I use padding, it's going to make it deeper. So if we use margin, again, let's try 10 pixels. That's great. When I shrink this bar down, we may want to readjust these, but that'll do for the time being. And I threw in a button for good measure here. Let's just go into that button. I'm happy for it to be like that. In the design, alignment wise, I want to put it in the middle of our column again. Then we go down to the button itself. Custom styles. Button text size, I'll leave it just as it is. I'll make it white. It's going to disappear onto that background. But background wise, I'm going to put that same color in. Still in my clipboard. That's great. Perhaps when they hover over it, we'll turn it to red. That's common to all Divi modules. If you hover over the dart riding, you'll see these little icons pop up. If there's a little arrow there, we can set a desktop state, which is when the mouse is not on it, and a hover state, obviously when the mouse is on it. Click on that, we can have a completely different value. So we've got it red on hover, and blue when we're not hovering. Fantastic. And just to wrap it up, I'll do the same as I did with our little search bar there. I'll give it a rounded corners, the button border radius. I'm going to make that 50. And we got a little pill-shaped button. And again, I think I would need to push it down a bit. We'll have to do that in spacing, but I'll use margin. Actually, I just rolled past the icon. If we roll over, it's got a little icon there. For this particular case, I'm going to take that off. If you want to choose a different one, you can do so down here in this field. But to turn it off, just going to hit that switch to show button icon to know. So spacing wise, I wanted to bring it down a little bit. I'm going to use margin top. And again, we can't really use padding on this because if I put some padding in there, say 20, you'll see it makes the button itself deeper like that. Great way of shaping your buttons that way, but that's not what I wanted to do. All right. Well, let's go back into our section now. I'm going to take any padding away, top and bottom. Blue tab for the section. Take padding away, over in design. Always find it under spacing. I'm going to put a 0 in, top. I'm going to hit the chain for the bottom. And that's taking any padding away from our section there. If you want to make it skinnier still, we can take a bit away from our row, which we made full width, the green tab. Again, over in design, spacing. Let's perhaps give it 10. I think that'll be not quite enough. And hit the chain so it does the bottom too. A little bit skinny for me. You can just take it out because we've got the chain link. It'll do both at the same time. Something like that works for me. Great. Now we can go back. We can readjust these things so they're nice and central. Menu, I don't know. Maybe it wants to come down. Just click more. In spacing, we gave it 12. 14 seems to work for that. Fairly happy with that search bar there. We'll check it on tablet and mobile in a moment. Our button's a little bit low there, so we did that with margin. Again in spacing, let's just take it down. I think that works for me. Great. So on desktop, that works absolutely fine. Let's save it and we'll check it on tablet and mobile. Hit your little purple button down at the bottom here. Let's go to tablet mode. Okay, looks like we're going to adjust our search bar and our logo right there. Let's go into the logo. If you find you can't get to it because it was nestled under something there, you can always go down to this wireframe mode, the little icon on the left hand side there. It'll take you back to wireframe mode and you can get in that way. Okay, well, let's go back to tablet mode. Design wise, sizing 200 pixels. That looks more than 200 pixels to me. Let's make sure we can roll over the dart riding again. This time we're not going to get the arrow. We're going to get the little mobile phone type icon. Yeah, it's set to auto on tablet. So let's take that down to 200 pixels again. Let's actually put percentage in there. Just delete the percentage and put PX in for pixels. That's okay. And of course, any of these things you can choose to hide on tablet and mobile if you don't want it. Over in advanced visibility, you can disable on phone, tablet or desktop if you decide not to show one on there. Okay, I think that works for me. And it looks like our search bar is a little too big there too. So again, I'm going to go into the search bar. Over to design sizing again. It's got a width of 80, but let's just make sure we've got that on. Yeah, it's back to auto on there. And we'll check these on mobile in a moment. 80%, fantastic. It's aligned in the middle, just what we want. Button's fine. Hamburger menu's fine, but we really should make it the same blue as that. It is a blue, but it's not the same blue. So let's just save the search settings there. We'll go into our little menu module here. To change the color of the hamburger icon, that's over in design and icons. We've not got WooCommerce installed, so we've not got a shopping cart icon, and we've not got a search icon there either. Here's the hamburger menu icon color. I'm going to click on the color. I've still got that hex code in my clipboard, so I'm going to make it that blue. Fantastic. Now let's just take it down again to mobile, make sure it's going to work on mobile. Again, that logo is too big, search box is too wide, so we'll go into there again. Design and sizing. And like I say, if you decide you don't want to show it, let's go into advanced, data visibility, and let's disable it on the phone. It's kind of grayed it out to let you know it is there, but that will not show on phone now. Little hamburger menu, that's fine. Our search bar is too large, too wide again I should say there. So I just want to go in there and we'll take that down in size. Design, sizing, make sure we're on the right one. Actually says 80%, but I wouldn't say that's 80%. Let's roll it down a little bit. Let's take it to 75% perhaps. Obviously what works for you. And again, if you want to, you can get rid of the contact button on mobile. I kind of like to have that there. It's great for having people contact you, but if you do want to get rid of it, you know exactly how. Over in advanced, down to visibility, disable on phone. Great. When you're happy, hit save. We'll save our changes down here. We'll X out up at the top right hand side. Make sure that all changes are saved here by hitting the Save Changes. Now if we go back to one of our pages, there's our original menu. If I exit the Visual Builder here, save draft, it'll refresh when we exit. And we've got our new menu up here with our logo, little menu right there, search bar, and a contact button. Let's check it on tablet and mobile. Hit my F12 key. Here it is on tablet. Got our logo, search bar, hamburger, and contact button. And on phone, we should lose the logo and the button. So let's check that out on iPhone. There it is. We just left with our hamburger and our little search box right there. And obviously, I'd probably put that logo back in there. Just wanted to demo that for you. So there you go, guys. There is how to add a search box to your menu with a Divi theme. I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you or make a little demo video like this one. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.